Hello again, and welcome to Frank's School. This is my third video of my 66th day. I think that's right. Yeah, it was 66th day. Alright, the Song of Marion's Daughter. This year I'm quite sure that I will not finish that. It would take so much help from my viewers, and I just don't think I'm ready. But related to that, on my blog, which is not very much to look at yet, it will grow. It's oldandotherwaysmuseum.wordpress.com. It should get you there, and then if you click on the Overtree Works, there you would see the Eve of Christmas. And in my last video today, the next one, I'm going to read from the Eve of Christmas. That is my work. Here it is. I try to think if I showed you this before. I might have, I might not have. You'll see it in a moment. Anyway, I'm going to read the way it opens, the first stanza, and I'll read the last two stanzas of the Eve of Christmas. It's fitting because Christmas is upon us. You'll also see Jennifer and David mentioned. Now, Jennifer and David, these are all quote-unquote epic poems. They're poems written in sort of epic style. This was the work of ninth graders, and at some point this year maybe I might do something with this, because in my mind I said I'm teaching ninth graders. Last year in part one I took time to teach how do you write verse. You see, these are poems, they're written in verse. How do you write verse? And after I had done that to ninth graders many years ago, we then wrote a long poem together that told a story, a narrative poem, the product of ninth graders. Well, you know, I've come to think that the Song of Marion's Daughter, that began as the product of eighth graders, but I think it may ending up the product of 10th graders if I do it next year. Well, anyway, the Song of Marion then was this was the product of 11th and 12th graders. I catch 11th and 12th graders. These all share common characters. The character of Wedge, for example, is in all three of these. And the Song of Marion's Daughter. Now, you'll also find Frank's School, a little bit of discussion of Frank's School, if you go on this blog, and it will. The blog should go. Now, in the next video, the last one of today, I'm going to move over there, and I'm going to actually set the camera on something, and so that you can see the pages as I read the beginning of this and the end of this. And at the end, you know, it's just a little bit so you can see what it's like. At the end, I'm going to read the last stanza a second time over, because in the publication I wrote it out in Artok writing, and you'll be able to see, even on the video, I think you'll be able to read a page. But if you go to the blog and click on this, there you should be able to read this poem if you want to read the poem. Well, I'm going to read that last stanza a second time. The thing about it is it's in dialect. I wrote this in dialect. Now, I call this a standard English translation when we printed it. But there's enough interest in my spelling system that's been shown, especially by Germans, elsewhere in my course, that I thought that they might like to see that much of my spelling system used and hear what it sounds like. Now, I'll have to read it in dialect because that's the way it's written. So I may sound not so well educated. Well, anyway, that's coming. That's going to be the fourth of the videos, and wish me luck with this. See you very soon.